So I thought, since this could potentially be a long time that we're going to be spending indoors, that I should really tidy up a little bit where I can. And for now, that means organizing my yarn stash. It's I don't really know where to start. Wait, that's a lie. I do know where to start. I'm gonna start with some tea because that's always a good idea. Breathe in, breathe out. Have tea. And then commence with the yarn sorting. I don't know if you're familiar with Marie Kondo. I think probably everybody who hasn't been living under a rock probably has heard her name once or twice by now. She's this guru who helps people clean their houses. I've actually read her book 3 times, and I really want to do the whole Marie Kondo method in my house, but I never get around to it. I have small children. I can't find the time. It would be so good for me personally because I have ADD and I'm a chaotic mess right now, especially since I have a baby that's, you know, every day is a big adventure and she's crawling around the house and I am just constantly running after her and just taking stuff out of her mouth that she's not supposed to put in her mouth. Where was I? Oh yeah, Marie Kondo. I love Marie Kondo and I would so love to apply her method to my household, but I haven't really gotten further than just cleaning out my closet. But I'm going to apply the Marie Kondo method to my yarn stash now. If it doesn't spark joy anymore, it's out. And I do not expect to be finding a whole lot that will not spark joy because, come on, it's yarn. It always sparks joy. Oh well, we'll see. Since I am now here sitting with this box, I figure I'd start with this. It's Linea Pura Lana Grossa Il Puro. And I bought this in a secondhand store. A lot of my stash comes from the secondhand store. It's just such a good place to get really cheap yarn and really good yarn sometimes. People just don't want anymore that they have themselves Marie Kondo'd out of their house. Let me just check what this is because, oh, it's 100% silk. I had not even realized 100% silk. Oh. And it's in a color that I don't hate at all. So this is going to be staying. I think I will keep it in the box like this, but maybe the box, yes. The box turns out to be 2 boxes. So therefore, oh my, look at this. It has its own box. I'm just going to be keeping it in here. Now I suspect that maybe one of the balls of yarn has maybe gotten lost in here somewhere, but we'll just put this to the side here and very un-Marie Kondo like put it away until I have found something, because this will, yeah, famous last words, but this will remain in the back of my head. And when I am looking through patterns and yarn, patterns and knitting pattern books, I will know that I have all these balls of pure silk. Things you learn when you start destashing your yarn. It's amazing. I'm already a fan. So upwards and onwards. This is fun. I have another package of yarn here. I really like it, except that it's gradient. Because at the moment I am not much of a fan of gradient, but when I bought this, I remember I was so happy because at the time I was really into like sort of fantasy priestess robes, like have you seen Mists of Avalon? They have some beautiful costumes in there, and this yarn looks like it would be used for one of those costumes. Even though I can't really find a use for this right now, something in me still wants to keep this. it's just too pretty to let go. I can't now. I guess it does still spark some joy. I'm gonna keep it. Is it all the same though? Here. Roma. Color 103, 103, 103, 103, 103, and 103. Okay, we're keeping this, but I'm going to have to find another container for this, because this is just, no, this does not spark joy. This has got to go. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to put it right here with the other family of yarn. Oh, look, look. There's more. There's more to the family. 103, 103, yeah. It's going here. T. I feel I'm off to a good start, and I think I did what Marie Kondo advises, is that you have to start with things that are easy and then gradually build up to the more difficult pieces to let go. If any. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this I still have all my yarn and I can't let anything go. But oh well, at least I will have sorted through everything and maybe have succeeded in creating a little order in the chaos. I'll settle for that, honestly. Okay, so are there any more of the family? No, but here... Oh look! More silk. There you go. There's more. There's more Roma. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, I'm a disgrace. Sorry. I didn't mean to. This is the same sort of yarn as this, except this is not gradient. It's a sort of olive color, green with gold. Oh, it's so nice. Again, I'm getting total Mists of Avalon vibes here. Color 014. Color 014. I'm going to put you to the side here. No, wait. I need a better container. Can you see this? I'm gonna change the camera angle on this. So this is better. Okay, so here I've got my tea. Very important. I've got my the yarn families. I will call them families right now. I don't know what the correct term is. Is it a gaggle? Is it a herd? A herd of yarn? Anywho. On to the other Roma. Here's more. I have 2 balls of olive colored Roma yarn, which will potentially be used for maybe a Mists of Avalon like inspired costume. Yes. Okay, let's start with, I keep saying start. I've begun. I've started already. Okay, this I'm definitely keeping, even though I do not currently have a use for them. They are from Drops, Flora, Unicolor, alpaca, and wool. I don't really like synthetic. I really like natural fibers. So if I'm going to discard any, that might be the synthetics that are undoubtedly still roaming around in here somewhere. But I bought these for the what's the name? Arboreal sweater by designed by Jennifer Steingass. I think it's probably one of the most famous knitting patterns out there currently. I keep seeing it everywhere. It's this gorgeous sweater with leaves knitted into the yoke, a leaf pattern. So I figured I'd do it in white and then do the leaves in green. However, I bought yarn that is too light. I don't know how this happened, because I really tried to pay attention and I still ended up with the wrong yarn. So this one goes with the families. And when I find some stray away balls of yarn, I will put them in there. And then I will definitely close the bag, and so they can't roam around anymore. Oh, oh, this is good. This is good. I show you. I am in a Facebook group called Historical Knit Along, and we do a special theme every month. And coming up next is shoulders. So we're all knitting scarves or shoulder capes or shrugs or whatever. This is mine. I'm knitting this out of the Victorian knitting book, The Art of Knitting. Let me see if I can. Here it is. I do believe it's available online as well, but I just got so tired of having to look it all up on my phone all the time that I got this. This is what I'm attempting to make. It's knitted in these alternating stripes. It's all knitted in stockinette, except that stockinette, reverse stockinette, stockinette, reverse stockinette, etc. And it's a really simple pattern. It's just this repeated many times over. But I wasn't sure that I had enough of this yarn. So I do all the reverse stockinette in this yarn, which is very close, but not quite. I lost the ball of yarn that I was knitting with, and so every little piece of yarn that I can find is ever so welcome. My husband said he saw my son walking around with it, and I asked my son, and of course he has no idea what I'm talking about. So this just keeps happening all the time. This house just seems to swallow or just hide all the things I'm working on currently. I am also on working on a 18th century cap for my head, for my 18th century costume from the American Duchess book, which is awesome. And I've lost it. It's gone. It's gone completely, and it keeps nagging me at the back of my head because I really want to finish it and I want to add it to my costume, but it's just gone and I can't find it anywhere, and it's so frustrating. Oh, just have more tea. Anyway, yes, we have come to the first UFO in the pile. This is a guitar strap that I was knitting. And yes, I know it stretches, and I was gonna put backing into place so that it wouldn't stretch. But I have since found a guitar strap that I really liked, so this one is now superfluous. And I guess I can use it for something else, but I really don't know what. It could be a nice shoulder strap for a bag maybe. Slightly too long, but that's not a problem. Just rip it out a little bit and then, or maybe it could be a nice belt. Again, a little bit too long, but I can fix that. Too long is not a problem. I think for the buckle it would be really nice. So, UFO, close to completion. I just need a buckle. Oh, this is really nice wool, by the way. I don't know what I could use this for. It's nice. Sort of got this rough quality to it. And the color is very, very nice. I love it. What am I going to do with UFOs? Oh, I'm just going to put the UFOs over here. The yarn, I am going to just put the yarn. Somehow I think this isn't working that well. I'm just going to have to overturn the whole crate, and then, because I have no place to put the yarn that I want to keep. I want to keep this little box for cotton yarns, and this one for all the rest, I guess. Okay, so here we go. Oh, the knitting needles. Oh, I'm so disorganized. This is started off so well. Now I'm just wondering if I'm not just making this all too difficult. Like really, so simple. Oh my goodness. This was a mistake. Okay. Okay, there is so much more in this crate than I had anticipated. There is so much in here that's not even knitting related. I mean, it's cute, but okay, I'm just going to take all my cotton yarn, put it in the container that I had envisioned for it. What's this doing in here? Really? That's not even... Oh well. Okay, go. Okay, so I'm gonna use this little box to put in all the stuff that's not knitting. I mean, it's not yarn. Okay, so I got my new camera with hopefully a full battery. I'm really gonna have to step up my game a little bit because my husband and my kids can come home at any minute, and the last thing I want is kids in combination with this huge pile of yarn, because that'll just be chaos, complete chaos. What the More Roma. Keep finding Roma all throughout the knitting stash. Another channel that I like is Voolenvine. Voolenvine? Yeah, she has nice weekly uploads, or almost weekly. I don't know. I think weekly. She does sewing too, and she has her own brand of yarn. I think she dyes it herself. Really beautiful colors. And as soon as I give myself permission to buy new yarn, which is not soon, I can promise you, because I have enough yarn to last me about the next 5 years. But, you know, maybe I'll make an exception for her yarns because they're so pretty. Okay, sock yarn. What to do with sock yarn? I'm just going to put it in here to save time. It is wool after all. Wool? Oh, hang on. You two can go together like birds of a feather. Where shall I put this? It's sort of a ribbon thingy. Does it still spark joy? I guess it does. Don't know what I'm going to make of it, but it's so pretty. Shiny, and I like the colors. It shall go here for now. Sock yarn. Oh, maybe if we do the Marie Kondo thing and sort of like appreciate it, it will magically become untangled. I appreciate you. Please untangle. There it goes. Oh, more tea. More tea. I need more tea. Tea, Earl Grey, lukewarm. See, with each thread that I pull out, it becomes slightly less tangled and more easy to untangle. Another lace, another shoelace. Well, we're keeping it, but not in here. This is part of the problem. This is, if not the root of the problem, because this just needs to be rolled into a ball. I got this, I think, when I was on vacation in Tunisia. Yeah. Oh, elastic. Always useful. If I can get it out of here. Oh, another piece of yarn that does not spark joy. Go away. Oh, sorry, I mean, thanks, thank you. but go away still. Oh, this sparks joy. More Katya. Where is the other Katya? Where are you, my Katya? I will find you. Yes, there you are. Is it the same actually? Is this? Looks like the same. Just gonna squish it together here. There you go. Marble. Oh. I also have a lot of these because I have these left over from when I knitted a sweater for my oldest, my son, who is now 5, and he wore it when he was 1. And I have some more. Oh, sock yarn. There you go. I have some more of these, and it's really nice. It's really stretchy, and I have this pattern lying around for shorts, like underwear shorts. However, it's very, of course, very high acrylic content, so that might not be the best option to knit underwear out of, but oh well. I still have this book of patterns somewhere with really, really awesome baby patterns, and I've misplaced it. I can't find it, which is so annoying because there's this one particular pattern of a little dress that you could for a little girl, and I just remember thinking if I ever have a little girl, I'm so knitting that dress, and well, now is the time to knit that dress because she's still tiny, but I fear that I am not going to find it until she's too big for any of the patterns in that book. And this yarn would be really appropriate for that dress, I think, for that pattern. Oh well. Maybe a miracle will happen and I will find the pattern book in time. In the meanwhile, I'm keeping it. But where? Oh well. Oh. Wool, yes. Oh. I really should unravel these pieces and then make balls out of it, but right now I just feel I don't have the time because once again my kids could come home at any moment. So I shall save that for a rainy day. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, these are just too small to do anything with. I'm just going to get rid of these. They will hopefully untangle by the very act of discarding these pieces of short yarn. We'll hopefully be able to untangle this big mess a little bit better. This is not actually yarn, this is used for embroidery, I think. I have no idea what it's called. Anyway, it's not yarn and it's not supposed to be here. So it's going into the not yarn box. Please, just let go. Oh, maybe I can get this out. This little piece of cotton yarn that will be really great for knitting trims and the like, the way Engineering Knits does with the, from when she knits quite a lot of the, oh god, cut this out. Oh dear Lord, look at all the stuff. Oh, I just have a ton of these things and I have no clue what to do with them. Just no clue. Oh no, I actually made something out of the be the Tunisian yarn. It's just so not my thing anymore. Sorry. Just gonna keep this here for now. Oh man. So much stuff that is not yarn. How did this all end up in here? Buttons. Nuts. Just actual nuts in here. Oh well. Just keep coming back to the... That's what it's boiling down to right now. Taking different pieces of yarn and see if they've gotten sufficiently loose that I can pull them out of this tangle. No, just messing things up now. Oh, this is something... I knitted a sort of scarf. I never use it though, so I've decided to recycle it as something else. It's one of those things that I need to unravel and wind into a ball, but just have no time to do so. So I will store it there with the cotton. This is cotton, it goes here. I have so much more cotton than I thought I had. This is a revelation. I need to do more with cotton. I want to do more with cotton. Oh, sorry. I made a little, thought it was so cute. I made a little whale out of this, and I still have some left, so maybe I'll use it to make him some friends. It would be helpful if I could get this out of the mess in one piece, because it's a very, very pretty color and I definitely want to use it. Yep, that's looking promising. Okay, yes. Look, it's so pretty. What? No. Where's the ends of this? I feel like if I have the ends I can sort it out, but... Oh, yes. Yes, more cotton. Oh, more Roma. Very, very tangled Roma. Maybe I should start with this one first. It's very pretty red color. Oh, there's a lot of it in here. Is it again one of those things where... No, thank goodness they're not the same. Like, it wouldn't be funny if you had like two ends and they're like the same yarn, but this is definitely a different color, so it is not possible that these are one and the same. The key to this is pulling it out in such a way that it doesn't break. It's very tricky. Of course you want to leave the yarn intact as much as you can. But you know, sometimes you gotta wonder if it's worth the whole effort and hassle of untangling it all. And if it is not just better to just cut your losses quite literally and move on. And I think I am going to do so because I am out of patience. Actually, it's pretty sturdy, this yarn. I'll just try this one. No, that definitely does not give. Gotta say, oh, I had not expected to get this one out in one piece, but there you go. Well done, you. Okay, the Roma again. I'm gonna try it. Is it sufficiently untangled now? No. Let's see. Sock yarn. Ooh, cotton. I was looking for this. I have plans for this. Stay tuned. Oh, how did it get this tangled? It was not tangled yesterday when I laid this apart. This tangle is just a magnet. It draws in like a black hole for yarn. No escape. And of course, at the heart of this is something that I really want to keep, even if I'm not actually going to do anything with it, because this is something that my grandmother was knitting. And she had this very pretty bag, and I'm sort of at a loss as to what I'm going to do with this. I don't have the pattern for what she's knitting. It's, I think this is a sleeve. Yeah, it's definitely a sleeve. It's very pretty color. It's a very pretty stitch. I have no idea what kind of stitch it is. It looks like some sort of twisted stockinette stitch. If you know what stitch this is, can you tell me in the comments here? Again, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do anything with this. I guess this is this the yarn? Is it? Yeah, I think so. Okay, my camera keeps crapping out on me. My camera mojo is bad today, but this is what I have so far. The stuff that sparks no joy, or oh, hang on, this does spark joy. These are my tools. I need to put them somewhere else. There. Away from all the stuff that needs to be discarded. As a matter of fact, I think I will do so right now. Every little bit of clarity helps me to keep sane. There. So now I have a proper garbage bag for the discarded pieces. Okay. So I still have this to sort through, and I don't know if I am going to make it. Oh, there's more non-yarny stuff. Needs to go in here. Here. This is just one big mess. Look at all the cotton. I had no idea I had that much cotton, and I think I will... No, wait. I must find another box or something for these. What do I have? Let me see. I must have a box here somewhere. I have tons of boxes. Yeah. Just take this one. Let me see. This works in a fashion. Okay. All the aromas are going to go in here. Wait just a second. We're going to start with these because there's more of these. The gradient aromas. And then we'll see if there's room for more. Yes, sounds like a plan. Let's do that. No, there is not, in fact, room for more. Come on, you can do it. Don't break. Don't break. Don't break on me. It broke, but still. Maybe I should just take these out. This was supposed to be a Victorian reticule for the January historical knit along, but then I found another yarn that I like better. It was called a blue bag, so I actually knit it in blue yarn. This is decidedly not blue. Oh, this is the label. This is useful to keep. Katia, again, Katia Australian. Oh, maybe this will come loose. Here's my pile of yarn families. Here's my pile of woolen yarn. Here's my UFO pile, which is smaller than I had expected, actually. Oh, still more non-yarn stuff. There you go. Here's my pile of stuff that I need another box for. Oh, cotton. there you go. Here's my cotton stash. Non-yarn stuff. Tea, which has by now gone cold, but I'll drink it anyway. And still there's this big pile of chaos right here, and oh man, Katia Belize, I have no idea what this belongs to. So, just toss it. Oh man. Well, if there's one thing that I really want is to get the Roma out of it so I can put them with their family. That's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, I am severely stressed out. I am sort of wildly just ripping into this huge mess of yarn, and it's not getting me any results. I have to just finish filming now because my husband and my kids can come back at any moment, and I just want to get this done with. But it's just not. I mean, I keep pulling out these little pieces of yarn without much result. The Roma is still tangled in it. I'm just so tempted to just toss the whole thing, but no. I have so much resentment for this right now, this yarn, that I feel like even if I would get it untangled and somebody just sort of untangle it for me and present it to me in a lovely rolled up ball of yarn, I still would sort of just toss it out the window out of anger. Okay. Oh, cotton. Cotton. There you go. So unsurprisingly, I didn't finish untangling the whole mess of yarn before my husband and children came home, but I did continue after they came home, and lo and behold, I have everything sorted now. Maybe it's not all wound up and neat as it should be, but still, feels pretty good. This has been really useful because now I have a much clearer idea of all the different sorts of yarns that I have, and already I'm thinking about projects in which to combine aforementioned yarns. Yeah, I found out some stuff that I didn't know, like the Linea Pura is actually silk. I had no idea. I thought silk felt way different than this, but now that I know that it's silk, I can actually use it for projects that I was interested in but thought I couldn't start because I had no silk, and was not inclined to buy new yarn because, well, I really have enough. Enough is enough. And I'm putting a restriction on myself that I cannot buy new yarn until I have finished at least half of the yarns in here. Because, look at it. So much. So much. But still, I'm pretty happy. Yeah.